Hi, Anderson Santos here. I hope you're having a great day. If you're serious about your child lives and you want to hear more about our article headline, stay tuned until the end after our intro. Welcome back. Thank you for watching. Falls are the second leading cause of unintentional injuries. Prevention strategy should emphasize education and training. If you see your loved one getting hurt and it upsets you, or if you wonder how you could help him or could help her, stay tuned to the end. Hi, have you ever wondered, and I invite you to think about that, what are the impacts of these falls on a childhood? And I'm not talking about normal falls. I'm talking about falls that can traumatize their child or anyone. Have a think for a while. If you are sick or if you are tired to keep seeing or witness not normal falls, but falls after falls that keep hurting your child and that start to concern you more and more and more, World Health Organization paid some researchers and they brought some information regarding to falls. And again, is it a normal fall, simple fall, and what can we understand as a simple fall? The one that doesn't endanger the child or the person, or the one that the risks are less impactful. It's just a scratch and not something that can be breaking bones or breaking necks or breaking the head or anything that could potentially impact for a long term. Now, some key facts here that the World Health Organization researchers brought for us. Falls are the second leading cause of unintentional injury death worldwide. So, of course, many of us don't want to fall, and still we can fall. It could be by some object in front of you. It could be because you are playing or you are in somewhere very high that you are not wearing the protective equipment and you are not paying attention. Could be proper shoes or a slippery surface. It could be that. We are not considering these as the fall over here, which were the World Organization for sure included in this situation. Now I'm talking about falls that you could avoid and falls that simply you could just try to minimize the risks. And here they say that each year there is one estimated amount of individuals that die from globally falls. Again, it's not a particular issue with only one country. Adults than 60 years old of age suffer from the greatest number of fatal falls. It doesn't mean that the others below of this age doesn't suffer from falls, but from fatal falls. And here is the very important information that we need to stick with. Prevention strategy should emphasize education, training, creating a safe environment, prioritizing fall related. Okay, now you may think that avoiding your child to experience, because children and all of us, I even say that we sometimes need to fall to learn how to stand up from the fall. And of course, it's not a little fall, okay? And well, if I prevent my child to recognize the environment, how do I let this child, when it's not with me or someone that can tell this child that this is danger, to react under this circumstance? We can't be there 24/7. And if I don't have a safe environment to mock or to give the mocking environment, a mocking test for this child, to witness what he can do under this circumstance, and instead I prevent this child, giving him so many toys or so many video games. I'm not against that, my son has the same, but that don't let this child to exposure this environment or to witness or to experiment this environment. Now, we are not helping, to be honest, this child to be able to survive out there in a safe manner. I dare you to wonder, what could you do and what could I do or what could we do to keep or to minimize the environment impact on our child or on our elders? Well, for the workers, if they are working down some pipe, they put some barriers and then they isolate the area to try to minimize the impact of someone distracted by a music or any sign or anything, or just distracted by anything that could fall on that hole. I remember that my dad always advised me, son, watch around where you are going. And now we hear how many of us sometimes keeping on the mobile phone or on the devices, not watching around what is happening, and then we keep walking simultaneously. I've done that myself. We probably did it, and probably our children will do that. And the thing is, our parents were not doing that very much. They were very much outdoor. They were very much, most of them, of course, exploring the ambient or the environment outside of them. And that was leading to less issues, I'd say, at least from their side and not from the safety area side. What I mean by that is if someone leave a hole there that your car is driving and then you can't see that because it's obstructed, of course, because you couldn't see that, you will fall over there. But now I dare you to wonder, what could you do and what could I do to prevent this issue, or at least to tell our children and our elderly, in this specific case, our children, to know how to deal with the issue. Now, what are we doing to stop it? What are you doing and what am I doing to stop it? So now, the good thing is we are finding things out. We now have more information. If you want to get more and more and more, please visit their website and read about that. And then if you want to share with us what you found out, please help us. And our club, our judo club, developed a system that I will tell you guys very soon. But what can you do? But before what you can do, let's see here what they say. Now, age is one of the key risk factors for fall. Okay, older people have the highest risk of death or serious injury arising from a fall, and the risk increases with age. Well, just putting that in simple words. Okay, so you have your brain. Imagining that the neurons are the cable, that any electric cable you have at your home. And then the neurons it's connected to, or this cable is connected to your brain, and one side is connected to your brain. So this cable has two sides. One side is connected to your brain. This second side, or the second end side, it's connected to your muscle. So your brain tells the action, please reach your hand to get that glass on that third shelf. So the impulse goes through the cable and then reach your hand, and your muscles go and try to reach the cup. When age comes, this impulse doesn't travel as fast as it used to be when you were a child. And what happens is you get a delay on the response of your brain action. So this is why sometimes you see very often elderlies. Of course, there are other things as well, but this is one of the reasons that you see elderlies falling. Because, okay, I'm going to raise my leg because I see a step. And then the brain tells, but the action is slower than the reaction impulse is slower than the action of their legs, and then they don't raise these enough or high enough to not trip, and then they trip and they fall, they can get hurt. In a child, as their body is still developing, so we can see here another high risk is the group children. It has to be, of course, respected for their own age and their own maturation, but also we can help them to, while they are getting matured enough to get trained, and then help them along and assisting them in a safe environment where they can develop and then be safer. So remember, it's all about investing in your child education, in your child's body, in your child's vision, in your child health, and it's really important. And what I mean by the body is that if you invest in sports, if you use our sport, for example, judo is a great sport for falls, you are investing on your child body to get less impact or less harm if any of these harms make them traumatize them. Childhood falls occur lately as a result of their evolving development stage. That's innate curiosity in their surrounding. That's really, really common. That's really natural. That's the way they learn. And increasing levels of independence that coincide with more challenging behaviors, commonly referred to as risk-taking. while inadequate adult supervisions is a commonly cited risk factor. And I know you cannot be there 24/7, and if you're not putting your child on someone, or if you can't train them, you can be 24/7. If you don't put your child in the right hands that has a program to help your child, how does your child will evolve? Well, some of them can naturally evolve, but majority of them can't because they're not experienced anymore the environment, and they can really be exposed to some very poison or very dangerous environment. Now, we can do better, you can do better, and how can you do that? Well, if you talk to your child to recognize the environment, and you take your child by hand, and then you create some obstacles that of course don't endanger them and don't expose them to any dangers or any crazy thing that can lead to any death or injury, you are the first one responsible to help your child. Now, if you don't have a time because you work, don't forget, we can help. We have a specific training judo methodology that can help you achieve this. We are very known by the falls and the break fall system, from break falls that break forwards, backwards, sideways, right and left, the falls, and help you to understand what you need to protect. In your case, your head, that is vitally important. Your back, because your spine, if you injure that, the consequences are higher than if you break your arm, and other parts as well. And we have it in a very safe, fun way, and we are here for help you to understand this issue in a way better than probably you are, or we are here to share experience, or we are here to learn as well. And we also have a control system that can help you to keep investing in your child. If you want to hear more about our program, you can contact us visiting our www.uroidojo.com contact page, leave us a message, or you can click on the down below button and find out more about our program. And if we can help you, we are more than glad to welcome you and then to help you out. I thank you for staying with us today, and I wish you a nice day and a safe and cozy environment. Take care. Bye now.